The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is CNEagles.com. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, welcome in the Newberry Wolves on Saturday for your first home conference matchup. And finally, it feels like you get to talk about a team that we know what's up with them. You know what you're going to get with Dave Davis after all these newcomer coaches with Clayton State and all your non-conference foes. Going to push the tempo, going to shoot a lot of threes. How are the Wolves different now without the likes of a Dondre Walker and a DeMarcus Smith in the lineup, though?
Well, first of all, they're really good. They're 5-2 at this point in the year. They just actually set a South Atlantic Conference record, making 22 threes in their last game. So they're very capable. Dondre and DeMarcus, those guys were outstanding players and had outstanding careers there. And I'm sure now they'll have some new guys that sort of step up and take on those roles, and will give just as much as DeMarcus and Dondre did when they were playing.
How do you adapt to a team that pushes the tempo as much as the Wolves do?
Well, you got to do a great job of getting back in transition, and we're committed to getting that done. And then really though in the half court, they're so aggressive and deliberate, trying to drive you, beat you off the dribble, and kick for three. We got to do a great job of containing one-on-one and not get into a situation where we let them get real comfortable shooting uncontested threes.
Who is it that stands out the most to you among them this season? Is it Xavier Holmes, their leading scorer, or do you go with the Mason Spiess, who drained 8 of 10 three-point attempts, as you alluded to earlier, that sack record 22 against Allen?
Spiess is sort of a new face. He's a sophomore, but obviously he had a great individual showing the last game. Probably Step is arguably the most has the potential, I guess, to really heat up and hurt you the most. He's averaging 3 made threes a game. But again, when you're averaging 95 points a game as a team, it's hard to really focus on any one person. I mean, they've got several guys that collectively can put it together and make life tough for you. So we know defensively it's going to be a challenge, but then we got to turn around and make sure that offensively we take care of the ball and score at a high clip ourselves.
Score at a high clip. How do you take care of the ball? Had 20-plus turnovers a couple times when you played last season, and took care of the ball pretty well in your last contest in the win over Clayton State. How do you continue that trend against a team that's going to have pretty consistent on-the-ball pressure? Well,
you got to have guards that understand. Charles Clark is still a first-semester sophomore, and sometimes I think we forget that. He's a first-semester sophomore that plays the point for us and never played the point guard position until the second semester of his freshman year. So, that's pretty tough. But he's learning as he goes. And then you've got a guy in Zach Pangallo who's coming around and learning and growing. But again, he's played 5 or 6 college basketball games. So the basketball's in the hands of guys that don't have a great deal of experience, but have a great deal of potential. And so they've got to do their part. But then collectively as a team, we've got to be available and make sure we're passing the ball and don't get too happy just pounding the ball on the deck. And we've got to pass it to beat their pressure, their full court pressure, and then in the half court, be prepared to deal with their traps, their random traps, which come at any time.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Good luck this weekend against the Wolves.
Thanks, Adam.
It's Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is CNEagles.com.